How's it going, everyone? It's Mike here with Curated Horology, and I realize it's probably been about 7 months or so since I last posted to the channel, so I'm very sorry about that. I think the last picture, or the last video rather, that I submitted was the Teddy times Brew collaboration watch, which I will say, in the time since posting that unboxing video, I'm not crazy about that watch. I think I mentioned in the video the bracelet kind of tugged on some hairs, and don't love the bracelet. I've since purchased a leather strap from Brew for that watch. Definitely more comfortable, but I don't know. I've been on the fence, tossing around the idea of maybe selling it, but everyone I talked to who's really into Brew said, it's not necessarily the watch, but it's the company itself and the people behind the company, the designer behind Brew. If you go to a New York City event and meet them, then that's really what Brew ownership is all about. So I'll keep on to the hold on to the watch, I should say, for now, and maybe I'll be able to make it out to New York City one of these days to a Brew watch event. But in the meantime, just keeping busy with work. Realtor here in northern New Jersey, taking over my dad's general contracting business that he's been running for 41 years, and then trying to keep my own consulting. I've been dwindling it down, but anyhow, that's the reason for the lack of posting over the last 7 months, I guess. It looks like that's when my Brew watch unboxing video came around. And then, well, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Probably see this little guy over here in the bottom corner of the camera here. So my wife and I have a 2-year-old. So 2-year-old son that he's already got a nice little watch collection growing as well. So my goal for 2026 is to, I'd like to post a lot more than I have. Dare I say, even on a regular basis, I'd like to post. So I've missed so many watch unboxings and new watch alerts and so forth, over winter and spring and early part of the summer. So I'd like to get to posting on a more regular basis. And as I think I said in my original video, which I only have 2 at this point, this will be the 3rd video for the channel. I'm recording on my iPhone right now on a basic, $10 tripod. I don't have fancy equipment. I'm not, a fancy editor or anything like that. So I just want to post authentic watch content. I love watches. I want to post content that is interesting to me, and I hope will be interesting to all of you fellow collectors and watch enthusiasts. So that's what I have in the cards for 2026. Hopefully more posting. I always say that I'm going to slow down the watch purchases and so forth, and maybe I will, perhaps this time around, even though I have one on the way. But I think I should do more posting of kind of the watches I have, my collecting philosophy. I'd like to make it to a couple events. It's recently been put on my radar that Hamilton, and both Hamilton's original building in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, is not too far from me, as well as the watch and clock museum. So I'd like to potentially join that, the Association of Watch and Clock Collectors. I think that'd be pretty neat. I understand that Lancaster has a watch week coming up at the end of September. I'd like to make it out to one of those. I've been a member now for about 2 years of Red Bar New York City. Haven't made it to a single event, so it'd be great to get to maybe a couple of those events before the year ends. And I did not make it to Wind Up last year in New York City. I went in 2024, but didn't make it last year. So yeah, that's kind of what's in the cards. It's been a busy, last 6, 7, 12 months, and it's going to continue to be busy. But I've been enjoying every bit of the past 2 weeks of fatherhood, and excited to see, maybe eventually his watch journey take shape. And anyhow, I'm rambling, which I tend to do. If you watch these videos, you'll learn that. So without further ado, I'd like to kind of share this video as to rekindle the conversation about watches on this channel, Curated Horology. And quick wrist check post. This is one of the watches that I got since my last video that I intended to do an unboxing on and never got around to it. This is the Kuo, I think is how they pronounce it, from Kyoto, Japan. One of the watch micro brands that I'd been watching for a while and just really liked what they were putting out. I saw a couple of their pieces in person at Wind Up 2 years ago, and just fell in love. I bought for Christmas, I bought my dad the Royal Smith with the cream dial in gold PVD. And then I bought, this is the Old Smith in bronze with the, I guess it's a brown textured dial. So the bronze is actually, take it back off the wrist here, the bronze is actually aging quite nicely. So it's getting a nice patina on it. My one critique, if you will, with this watch, I would say is with the strap and buckle. The watch itself is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I love the patina. It has the, if you have a Seiko watch or a micro brand watch with a Seiko movement, it's not the greatest click when you wind the watch, but there's no way around that. My Notice has the same feel when you wind the watch. But the watch itself I love the finishing, I love the details, I love the textured dial. The crown seems to have patina consistent with the rest of the case. So yeah, no issues with this watch whatsoever. As I said, my one critique would be with the bracelet. I don't wear this daily. I've probably worn it maybe 15-20 times since I got it in December, and you could already see the maybe it's tough to tell here, but the one hole here doesn't seem to be holding up too well on this. It's not exactly a NATO strap, but a canvas strap or whatever they call it. It's not holding up as well as the other NATO straps that I have. So, long term, I don't know how this strap will hold up. But the biggest issue I have is they give you a buckle. This strap does not taper down, so it's a 18 millimeter lug width and therefore an 18 millimeter buckle. First of all, it's plated, so it matched the watch nicely when I first got it, but now that the watch case is starting to patina, the buckle is still remaining nice and shiny because it's coated. It's not actual bronze. So I don't know, just a pet peeve of mine. I like to, any watches that I wear on a strap, I like to have a matching buckle. My 1973 gold-plated Hamilton Ocean Date, took me a couple months to find on eBay, but I found a gold-plated, Hamilton buckle to put on my straps that I wear on that. I mean, I did the same thing with my and my wife's Girard Perregaux. I've got a 14 karat gold vintage Seamaster DeVille that I need to find a matching buckle for. So that's just, I guess, maybe part of my OCD as a collector. I like my buckles to match my watches. This, being that it's not patina, or it's not aging like the cases, it no longer technically matches. But even more importantly than that, all of my straps, my watch straps that I own, and will continue to own or will continue to accumulate, they all taper down to a 16 millimeter buckle. So this buckle from Kuo will not work on any of my straps. So I cannot. I've looked at eBay, I've looked at Etsy, I've looked all over the internet, and I cannot find any bronze buckle smaller than an 18 millimeter. So I may have to get a larger 18 millimeter bronze buckle and then have my jeweler / watchmaker cut and solder it so that it's 16 millimeter. So those are my only gripes with the Kuo Kyoto Oldsmith in bronze. I got I believe this is 35 millimeter. You could choose 35 or 38, and I went with the 35. And maybe it's a tad small for my wrist, but I tend to lean more towards small watches, being that I'm into vintage. So anyhow, I'll quit rambling. I'm relaunching, if you will, the channel. I hope to be posting more, and I will be posting in. I'll probably be posting in groups. So if you see throughout the videos that I'm wearing the same clothing, it's because I finally have like an hour or so to sit down and maybe film some content. So I'm gonna do this video and then probably 1 or 2 more videos, and so that's why you'll probably see in the next couple videos I'm wearing the same shirt, which, by the way, I wore to a coffee shop today and made a friend in the BMW community who's also into vintage BMWs, because he saw the 2002 on the shirt here. So anyhow, relaunching the channel. I'm excited to share more watch content and talk about watches, and I've also been sort of dabbling with buying and selling a little bit as well, so maybe I'll do more with that, because I just I can't keep them all. So I'm back and hopefully better. All right, like, comment, subscribe. Please share your watch stories, share your watch, what kind of watch content are you into? What would you like me to discuss or share my thoughts on, for whatever they're worth. Thanks for watching.